get that recording started. Ah, it's so good. I got some episodes uploaded to YouTube today. Got everything set up, so we're all good to go. Let's investigate the crap out of this. Alright, I gotta get in the... the mind frame. I need to update my follower goal now because it's higher because I made it yesterday, which is incredibly exciting.
Sakura's.
And she's dead. Sakura's dead. Use that same voice clip twice in a row. I'm sure no one will notice. Oh no.
Really dead?
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. We didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pulse or a reaction? I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And I... Why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed, and while I stood there unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long, I got everyone. What? Ogre!
Yes.
So she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means. Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say? No. Whoever killed her, it's not just someone in this room.
Your fault.
It was one of you, Hiro, Byakuya, Toko. One of you killed Sakura. What?
What?
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation. I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her.
I won't forgive you.
One of you did it. I know it. You know it?
Ba-bum, ba-bum. Jeez, I didn't know your power level could increase that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on.
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
It's the
That's-
Monokuma file.
There it is.
Oh, and don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that,
Hold on. There's something I want to ask you.
Huh?
It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura.
Huh?
Sakura wanted to challenge you to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then...
Then I killed her. Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting a chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that, it saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
Oh, I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her.
well done.
So I don't know who it was, but whoever the blackened is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe them one? Oopsie, before you get all pissy-potty at me, you better figure out who did it first.
Shing!
Because, I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
I love it. What the hell? He owes them one?
I won't forgive you.
I hate him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry with someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. Hina, I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina is guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
what?
Me. You're always a thorn in my side. This time just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on! Before that, there's something I want to say. Which is... Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene. What?
It's your fault!
One of you killed Sakura.
I won't forgive you.
I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a
It's all
compromise?
clear now.
I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me. You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And you, Hiro, do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
Same!
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine. Guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her! Naturally, we would want to touch a filthy dead body.
Listen,
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. We can't uncover Sakura's killer.
listen to me.
If we can't, all of us face it. Okay, sorry, I just missed a word. It's fine. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. Like, yeah, no shit. Okay, the victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is no evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point, the victim suffered a violent vomiting of blood.
Hey,
I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why is that?
so...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with the chair from the inside. From the inside of the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escaped somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out till we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right? Zero escape. Roll credits. Oh wait, that's not this game.
In other words,
We did it, Reddit. Dab, dab. Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes like this?
hey,
Are you curious to hear about what a locked room murder entails? I'm sure if you don't mind.
that's fine.
And when you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. Locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method, seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or a simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed.
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that.
however,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have a gap that would allow it.
it's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up.
In other words,
They stay hidden, and when the door is opened, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible. Maybe?
it's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked
In
room?
other words,
By that, I mean there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's not generally possible. Then you think we can cross that one off too?
indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. Then, Kyoko, which of those 4 choices seems the most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during the trial. But right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room. Until I figured that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. Go away. Alright, whatever. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So,
It looks like a protein drink. And it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab has all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the
Just
Chem
a
Lab.
second.
But that's strange. Huh? What is?
Hey,
You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
correct.
Oh, sorry, that was me talking. But they're also underneath it. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Thank you for pointing that out. Well, because it means
So-
that you're probably gonna want to take note of it. It's like it was planted there after the fact. Empty protein drink. Looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
That's... Do you recognize it, Hina?
Well,
Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out that Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So, after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So, you gave that candy to Sakura? I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much? But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now they've lost all their flavor. Oh, Hina. Polka dot candy wrapper has been added to the truth bullets. Okay.
What the heck?
You already know who did it. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where, right? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me... She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon. The Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her, but she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her, by force even, this never would have happened. Hina, it's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying. Might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly.
However...
But for Sakura to have been killed... Yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
It's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist. Strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. I mean, it's obviously poison, right? Or at least things are pointing that way. There are shards of glass scattered around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of the bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Glass shards on the floor has been added to the truth bullets section. Yeah, it's very clearly a chemical bottle. It's a figure. Fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Figure on the floor. It's a knight. Sakura drew her last breath, sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of a blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her, but according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So, what could have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said that she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Dun dun dun. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. Byakuya.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting, don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to the way she died. Nope, not her, nope. Whoops, I meant to get... Just look at the blood. The blood stain on the front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Yeah, it's weird. Let's look at these. Yeah. I guess this is the... Inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is how they get those figures inside the bottles.
So,
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside.
You know where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside. Brian! Yes, sir, I made model ships, sir. Very good. Engage.
You've never seen that? Oh, yeah, maybe I have.
in other words,
So, this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. Monokuma bottle. Okay. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf, the glass shards on the floor, the figure, yeah. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. We'll get there. We'll get there. Anything else? I guess I could look at the magazine shelf. That same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. Let's check out the chair then. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence of any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think that the chair had anything special done to it. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, so there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door, so in other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt that the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. And there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. Well, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go to see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go to see her. Is that true? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Oh, okay. Thanks. Thanks, Byakuya. Dickhead. Okay, yeah, I bet, like, I want to leave. Sorry. Well, I guess let's look at the clock. It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died around 12 noon, so roughly an hour ago. And that was when Kyoko and I were moving alter... Was that when Kyoko and I were moving alter ego?
what the heck?
Okay, this is the same In the rec room at noon. Same place she ended up dying. Okay. Anything else before I... Oh, there's a locker. Huh? The locker's open. And there on the inside, it's a handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh, too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker, and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room was opened, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Huh? Why not?
Hey,
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, the locker was already open at that point. And the bottle had already been smashed.
indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then what does this handprint mean? Locker handprint. Dun 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 dun. Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so. For the most part.
So then,
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. Well, she's decided. She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Yeah, let's leave the area. The other 2 probably went back into their rooms. Okay, who am I looking for? What's her face? Toko. And after a few seconds... Oh god, it's Toko.
Who's there?
Ugh, the most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
What do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
Why? She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall. Yeah, slithering describes what she does pretty well. I want to talk to you about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. What?
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said 2, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go to see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Go home, idiot. Go home. No one likes you. You are a huge bitch.
You know?
Sup, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you.
How'd you know about that?
Could it be?
Whoa, did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too.
What? When did Sakura tell you that?
When she asked me to meet with her, of course.
But didn't she write you a note?
Yeah, a note. She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like, in passing.
I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura.
Got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that?
Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then.
While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you?
Do I still have it? We'll see.
Hiro was filling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Sorry. Looks like I don't have it anymore.
With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. And when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh?
Ugh.
Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it in his pocket.
Come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash.
Yeah, sure. Dude, you went to talk to her. I don't think Hiro did it because he's fucking brain damaged. I don't think he, like, knows what poison is, even. And he certainly doesn't have the wherewithal to perpetrate a locked room. Just don't lie, you moron. I guess he's too stupid not to.
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked me to meet with her, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me.
Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash. Yeah, definitely not the thing that we found on the ground that he doesn't have access to. Tako and Hiro. I'll definitely have to look around at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find more about that protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have been from the chem lab. So where should I start? Alright, let's go check out the chem lab first. And then we can go and whatever. Go back to the crime scene later. Where's the... Get out of here. Oh, yeah, it's right here. I always forget whether this is the floor where it's just you turn a corner and go up. I would go into the map, but honestly, running, I feel like, is just as fast once I am able to navigate, like, going through the little points. And then it turns me around and I inevitably get mixed up. It's just easier this way. Alright, chem lab. Whoa! What's up, Byakuya? Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was yes, sir. I understand. Yeah, sure, pal. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf, but more important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled all over the place? I gotta not step on it, but someone wasn't that smart. Are these footprints? They're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. And by we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
What?
Well, let's go. Chop chop. Okay. Sketch of the room. Yeah, that's about it. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me.
See.
So, when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to the shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly possible.
Makoto, are they yours? No! Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite clear to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints are a really valuable clue. We just have to check on who... Looks like this. You look at the pattern, they went to the shelf on the left and that's it. Went straight there, did something, and then came back. That's according to the footprints anyway. Orson. C4, oh god! It's gonna explode! There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where the powder came from? Looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled.
So in other words,
That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Source of the powder. Okay, so if this is... So we can clearly see that the poison is right here. So I'm assuming A2 is where it came from cabinet A. So Sakura comes in. But Sakura, I don't know, she's taller than me. It only makes sense that she'd have bigger footprints than me. But then again, she's also a girl. So she might have small feet. Or at least feet smaller than a guy's. But then again, Makoto's kind of a little person. He's kind of a little guy. Let's see, what's on the shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. Protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. Then what the hell's that C doing here? It belongs in... They're labeled with the letter A and a number. Yeah, because they belong on the A shelf. Huh? But wait! There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C. Okay, so maybe fucking Hero did do it, because this is the stupidest executed fucking plan I've ever seen. What a bunch of morons. When this shelf is, looks like a bunch of chemicals, but I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
what?
What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here, in which case I don't think I'll have to worry too much about this shelf. On this shelf is... When looking I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All these containers in the shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I can consider it section C. I should try to find out more about this shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. A has dietary supplements, B has reagents, and C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from section A, but what concerns me is that in section A, there was a bottle with a label from section C. Was that a bottle of poison from what was a bottle of blah, blah, blah? There's definitely something going on. Something's going on. Something's going on. Can I look in the lower part? No. Blah, 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 blah. Nothing else of note. I just look at the powder in general. Yellow powder. Better not leave a footprint. I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder. Blah, blah, blah. Remains of a broken bottle. Looks like it was C4. Some footprints. Blah, blah, blah. Left side of the shelf. We've known this. Powder would have had to been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Okay, good. We finally got that fucking clue. Well, I guess I can take another look at the rec room. Anything else, Byakuya? Anything you feel like contributing for once in your goddamn life? Makoto, I admit, you have a good eye for spotting useful clues. But you also need to learn how to make use of those clues. I do that every day of my fucking life. Who the hell do you think you are? Who the hell do you think you are? I am. You son of a bitch. Learn to take you when I literally saved your life because of your shitty assumptions. You immediately assumed it was fucking Hiro who killed the last guy. Dummy. No respect.
No respect.
Hey.
He doesn't have any respect for me. He comes to me on the day of my daughter's wedding, and he asks me to do murder. For money. Don't even think to call me Godfather.
So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko and Toko what Toko and Hiro had told me.
See.
So they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying.
Anyway.
Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You'd do well to look them over one more time. Alright. Oh, gotta go backpack. Oh, got another good one. We are living, folks. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident? If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. Picked up and flipped it. Dun dun, Toko! One of the pages near the center of the magazine. And where's this Toko? Oh, fucking Toko, oh my god.
Correct.
Obviously, when I said I think Hiro did it, I didn't actually mean it. Because all these murders are perpetrated stupidly. And somehow we get a dying word from every single person who dies. So now we know what happened. Sakura crushes the bottle over her own head like a fucking boss. Cuts the inside of her lip with the glass, spits up the blood, and uses it to write down Toko's name.
Because somehow she knows it was Toko who poisoned her. I'm betting you that's what happened.
So,
Dying
however.
message. Not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. Made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking.
Hey, is that... that says Toko, right?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Then she's the killer, right?
Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
It's settled. She's the killer for sure!
It's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. Maybe. But it might be bullshit. Toko's still scared of blood. I don't know how Toko could... Well, I guess poison. She would use poison because she's afraid of blood. So she wouldn't have to be there when the person died. But then, I'm thinking, folks. Folks, frankly, I'm doing a lot of thinking lately. And folks, I would never say this, but people tell me I do a great job thinking. I might even be the best thinker, frankly. And I would never say that, but I've heard it said, people have said it about me, that I think great, my brain's great. It's the thinkingest brain maybe that ever was made. I think Kyoko said she found a nuclear ball in the bottles. They're all chess pieces.
hey,
Yeah, there's correlation. There's chess pieces, and she took the knight. Can't you just tell me what it is?
So-
They're... Me giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion so we can have whatever. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer. I do trust you. To a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree, huh? Wait, that means there's another bottle.
hey,
You don't mind helping me, right? Yeah.
anyway,
You can gather up all the pieces of the broken bottle. Try to get the smaller ones, too.
that doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya's not
So
here,
then-
so fuck him. And then we're gonna try and glue the glass back together. This is stupid. This is stupid and unnecessary. I guess that means that, so we have a pawn, a rook, a bishop. We're missing the knight. And I suppose we're just missing the queen also, because the king's there. Sorry to keep you
So
waiting.
then,
Is everything ready? Then let's get back to work. What kind of experiment are we
in
doing?
other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected, and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. What do you want? Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. So if they weigh differently... It's balanced.
in other words,
So they weigh about the same. Not exactly, because, you know, they're different figures, but nothing else could really affect the
So
weight.
then-
So here comes the important part. Put all the pieces on the scale. What might you expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out, or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
so then,
Or some could have gotten lost or kicked around or whatever. but it's significantly heavier. Well, because you're also adding the weight of the plastic bag, moron. But, and on a sensitive scale like this, that makes a lot of fucking difference. But how is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought.
In other
What?
words,
But yeah, there was another bottle, and the other thing has been hidden. It's all on you. Well, there was clearly another bottle that was smashed. Can I come to the conclusion now?
hey,
Correlation. Fuck, come on. I don't know what anything means because I'm stupid. That means there were more pieces.
indeed. In other words,
Correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together, and I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. Yeah, I get it. Let me make it. Let me make the conclusion. There's apparently an important secret hidden there.
I won't forgive you.
Toko's the killer. He's got it. Well, let's look at this thing again.
so
Protein drinking is empty. Sakura must have drank it, because she fucking loves it. It's got the label on it that says A2. She must have gotten it from the chem lab. And there's glass under it somehow. Why does that matter? Well, I can't say for sure, but it definitely means that it was put there after I broke the window somehow. What else? What the fuck else can I do? I guess I can go talk to Toko. Where's the... Ah. If this was Phoenix Wright, then we'd have a whole different set of things to do. We'd have things that we could literally give people and be like, hey, you're fucking lying, and like rub it in their face. I don't have anything I need to talk to her about right now. Yeah, nothing at all. Nothing in particular that she needs to be told about or anything. Well, fuck me. Oh shit, there were 3 things she said that had been... You know what? I haven't gone to the store in a minute. I'm gonna spend a little time doing this. Because I fucking want to. Yeah, 1 coin. Fuck it. Yeah. How much is to guarantee a new pick? Ugh, that's way too much. I do kind of want to just get rid of these, though. Let's just shoot for 10. Yeah. I'm just sick of having all these goddamn items. Or not items, but coins. Burning a hole in my pocket. And I do want to try and get everything. Udaki! Give me it. Oh, it's the little Astro Boy. Or whatever. Oh, oh, Jesus. Double lucky. No, it's another ray gun. 2 items I already... Okay. Calm down. Oh, good. It's a block of concrete. Okay. Yay, another hairball. A box of stuff? I thought it was a bento box at first, but it's clearly not. Oh, good, a dandelion. Dandelions. Let's just do a couple more of these. Does that put us over 60? Not yet. Let's try and get one new item, and then I'll go back to the investigation, because I want to fucking get rid of all these shitty coins. Ugh, I have this already. Oh, whoa, lucky, holy shit. Give me something good. No, bad. I don't want shitty scissors. This is chapter 4, I believe. Yeah, it's the one, it's the Sakura one. Oh shit, I fucking clicked on it on accident. I don't want this. I want this Joker makeup. Joker. Funny Joker. Okay, I just don't get... Okay, I can leave. I can leave now. I should probably get going. Yeah, I should probably, solve the Sakura thing. And not play with the patchy slots. Or whatever it is. The funny capsule game. But I think she mentioned 3 items in there that... Oh, fuck, the stairs are not this way. I think she mentioned 3 items in there that had extra clues, and I only got 2. I forgot what she said, though, because I have brain damage. This wrapper, maybe? Yeah, this, you gave her the thing. The shards. The glasses, yeah. So it should have been a bottle, but there's more shards, and we're missing a queenie figure. There's still something to be discovered about... Oh, it was about Sakura's body. Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure out anything. Well, yeah, I know, but...
Hey.
Don't you think you might actually need to examine the body? Okay. There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there are still some times... Ugh, I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you...
So...
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. Alright, Akechi.
Hey.
More importantly, look here. Oh, there's schmutz. There's some stuffs. Some suspicious
Correct.
poisonous yellow powder from bottle C4. Yeah, it really stands out.
See.
Clue number 1. Yellow powder. Yellow powder.
It's true.
Actually, I've been telling you that is an incredibly difficult spot.
It
Just let me
would
look at it.
seem-
Oh. It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head.
Indeed.
Interesting. It's almost like there were 2 bottles and we established that with our experiment. Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either
It's true.
one. So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. What?
It's that time again, ladies and gentlemen. It's that special time. Well, let's get it going.
Whoops, you caught me sleeping.
Yeah.
Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake.
Thanks, pal.
Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
All right. Well, I guess that was it. But the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to be in the blah, blah, blah class trial. I'll have to make something happen. I'll wring it out of them. Those stupid jerks. He made his announcement and everyone began to meet up. And then...
The ultimate martial artist. A locked room murder mystery.
What?
How are you doing that with your mouth?
Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons.
So thank you.
Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body.
This is just plain creepy.
Well,
How about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put it in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends?
He's right. That does make it seem sad.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Now then, please go and get on the elevator.
See y'all down there. Oh God. So, what the hell was that? Holds up Spork? That was Le Penguin of Doom. Oh, I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
Bro, I mean, I didn't murder anyone.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
What the heck?
Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt, one of us is the culprit. The one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet, someone killed her. And that person is here? That person is one of us? Dun 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 dun.